Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Wednesday, January 7th, 2026, and I'm doing another collective reading. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I hope that you've had a beautiful day. I love you. Thank you for all your support and your love. You guys are wonderful. Hopefully this is going to switch. I don't like this topic of discussion. I just did 2 reads. I just want to get off this topic. But as I stated in the last read, I can't pick and choose the title or the topic of discussion. That's spirit. Yeah, you could be a high priestess or a high priest, or there's some secrecy going on here. You're highly intuitive. This is a feminine principle. Doesn't matter whether you're male or female. We both have masculine and feminine within each and every one of us. There's a deep knowing here. You could be a spiritualist, a reader, and or some sort of healer. You don't have to be. Oh, you're very blessed. Congratulations. 22, you're on path. 222. 3 twos. Okay? So that could be important to you. You made some wise choices here. 222 is about decisions and choices as well and keeping balanced. Yep. Unfinished symphony. This is fated. Somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser trying to... I don't want to say that. Anyways, it's a 10. It's a wheel of fortune. You're very fortunate. The divine, this is divine timing. His timing is not the same as ours. Yeah, somebody has tried to build a life off of you, off of others, off of their creations. Now it's all falling apart. Building blocks, nah, it's all falling apart. It's karma, right? 10, 10. So somebody's a gold digger and cloud chaser. Maybe they wanted your destiny. It's not theirs to have. Everything's falling apart. They're trying to slow something down. Something's stagnant right now. 20, imagine. Now they're under divine judgment. That's why they have to take accountability. This is a wake-up call for somebody. They were doing moon magic against you and others. There's a lot of disharmony in their world. People don't trust this person. Okay? There's awareness. They have to take accountability. There's lack of trust. There's lack of awareness. There's a crime or a warlock. You could be parting ways with a warlock or a criminal organization, I just heard. It's a 5 in reverse, so it's a Hierophant. It could be a platform they're losing. And now they just want peace. Oh, the divine stepped in here. Now somebody's wanting to give you an olive branch. You bring peace. You are a peaceful person. You're spiritually high ranking, that's for sure. Round and round. They've been stopped. They can't. This is not victorious, okay? 25 in reverse is 7 in reverse. They don't want to take accountability. They can't overcome it, so they've been stopped. Whatever this is. All that glitters is not gold. This is ruin. Somebody's trying to overcome something, trying to avoid this tower. They cannot. Again, another shamrock. It's a lot lies, illusions, deception, and fear. Nothing is as it seems. They're in their emotions. Yeah, this is fated. Giving off an impression that they're divinely protected and they have divinity. This is divine intervention stepping in. You're in your north node. Somebody was in their south node pretending to be you or stealing your work. Take it for whatever this is, okay? It's bringing balance, whatever this is. It's beautiful. I mean, balance needs to be restored to this situation. I'm sorry that somebody did what they did. But we go through what we go through, whether we realize it or not. We consent to it on the other side. We go through the highs, the very highs in life and the very lows in life, so we get taught lessons here. So yin, number 2. You're very blessed. So somebody's giving off the impression they're very blessed. They're spiritual. Yeah, a lot of red flags here. Signs, cheating, and deception. Be careful. It could be male or female, by the way, okay? It could be some sort of spiritualist, spiritual guide, reader, or healer. Yeah, they're nothing. Yeah, somebody's hurting, crying, depressed, pain, sorrow. They hurt a lot. They hurt a lot of people. This is somebody that's claiming that they're here to guide and help and heal, but they haven't cleared out their past traumas. Do you understand? They haven't paid off their karma. They don't want to do any healing. They're very triggered. They're easily triggered. People are giving them the cold shoulder, breakup, distance, separation. A lot of controversy they brought into this situation. Drama, scandal, truth coming out. Broken mirrors. They're going to be doing a lot of glamour spells and mirror spells as well. Addictions, roller coaster, toxic connection. They're determined to find a higher level soulmate connection by doing this, representing themselves falsely. Persistence, still holding on flowers and gifts. This could be somebody in this twin flame journey world. claiming that they're helping people. They're not. They're hurting people. Okay. Conflict resolution. Compromising, making amends, and positive outcomes. Oh, this doesn't belong here. It's only business. So they're doing something for business, which is fine. It could be a business, right? For entertainment purposes only. I get it. But don't say that you're somebody you're not. And lead people astray. Okay? It's all about desire, desiring your ex, staying, oops, look at this. You don't want me putting this out, I'm going to. It's all about dealing with an karmic exes and calling them your higher kingdom spouse, okay? Unfaithful, love triangle, ex in question. It's all about desire, self-pleasure, sexual thoughts, intense feelings. Deuces. It's about leaving people that you shouldn't be with instead of hanging on to the past, what hurt you in the past. Because the more you hang on to it, the less likely you're going to heal from it. Fed up, cutting ties, walking away. Somebody's teaching somebody the wrong way and claiming they are you, claiming your work, whatever. Or they're trying to prevent you from doing your work because you're saying something they don't like. Could go differently. This could be the same story I just did, or it could be multiple stories, okay? This is ridiculous. Thieves, I just heard. Wow. Okay, so we're dealing with thieves, doing magic on people just doing their work. Here to do what they're here to do. Yeah, number 2. Red flags. Those flags are waving. They can't stand to see you shine. Because they want to shine. They want that shine, that spiritual strength and might. Well, you got that by doing the work. And also by being appointed by the divine. You might want to get some Palo Santo. Unexplained. Somebody had an unexplained freak accident, or they're trying to cause these things for you and others. I can't make this up. Look at this. Fake spiritualists. Posting things directed towards you instead of coming to you directly because they're cowards. They're thieves, right? Get a dream catcher to hang over your bed. Pyrite. Palo Santo. This person causing you negativity is a fire sign. They are turning others against you or trying to. Spreading rumors about you. Good for them. Business rival. I can't make this up. They're their own worst enemy. Causing chaos and fights in your love connections. I think that's what's happening for them. Your closest friends hold grudges against you. Or they're trying to make you feel that way. Secretly jealous and hating on your romantic relationships. Oh, this person's got a lot of problems. And you will witness their karma. People working with them are feeling shocked, unintentional. They don't realize, or they didn't realize, they were sending you evil eyes, words, and actions. So somebody was following this person. A bunch of people maybe. Didn't realize they were wrong. Now they're realizing it. Stay in your lane. They've been cautioned, right? You know, I'm going to say it. I've said it before. You can't tell by looking at a person whether they are co-creating with the divine or not. Whether they are here on a special assignment. You can't tell by looks. And a lot of times, even their actions are quite deceiving, okay? They blend in like any other person. They don't look so super special. They're not showing off. They're just an everyday average Joe or Jane. They're not looking for attention. They're not looking to be worshipped. That's the last thing they want. So they look at you and they think, oh, there's not much there. They're just an idiot. We could steal from them. We can pretend. We can take this, that, and the other thing. No, I don't think so. Yin, 2, red flags. They can't stand to see you shine. Oh, look at this. Lots of manipulation here. And they're holding. This came out too. It wasn't in order though. They're expecting everybody to be loyal to them. Psh, unbelievable. They're holding grudges. This is somebody that likes to hold grudges. They're always angry. Maybe they're posting angry things every day instead of inspiring things. Right? Reversal. So whatever they put out, they're getting back right now. And they are worried. This is your rival. I can't make this up. They're full of hate. They're not full of love. They're not full of healing. They're full of fucking hate. Archangel Michael's protecting you and what's yours. Congratulations. As an apology. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because they're going to jail and prison. Something to do with a house and a condo they're going to lose. They want forgiveness. Somebody's at a distance here, abroad or overseas. Very impulsive. They can't hold back. Middle age. That's disgusting. Okay? You're doing this stuff at this age. You should know better. Or maybe you're middle-aged. I don't know. It could be somebody very young. They hacked, right? They're hacking into your phone or your computers to try to get your work and claiming it as theirs. I can't make this up. They're facing an eviction, okay? They slandered and libeled against you and others. They're going to feel the full measure of the law. A surprise and an epiphany here. They have to relocate. They have to move. They're upset here. Slander, rumors, and gossip. Somebody's going to get fired. They try to get you fired, or somebody working at this platform or this company that you're all working through is fired here. Need an audience. This is something that needs. They're thirsty for attention. First read. Yeah, humiliation right now. They're a hood rat for the streets. Confidence men and women, and or they hate the fact that you're very confident. They know who you are. Okay? Oh boy. One night stands. They're looking for one night stands, or they give them out. Or they said that about you, and you're in your north node. This person's needy, or they're claiming they're in the north node, but how can you be if you're needy? You should be at peace. You should be stable. This is a show off on social media and on a platform. I told you. This was fated. They're going to be arrested. They presume a lot, right? They presume they're going to go to rehab instead of jail. No, they're going to jail. They were bribing people, sabotaging people. Somebody's in shock or shook up here. They're going to have to take responsibility for what they've done. Yeah. Their kids, if they have kids, might wind up in, I hate to say it, as a ward to wherever you are. Okay, they might go into children's aid because of what their mom or dad did. And they're going to be found guilty. They were spying on you. Someone's going through dope sick, going through withdrawals. There's a refusal here. Oh boy, there's bad news. This ex worker. They might be doing OnlyFans, I think that's what it's called. Or they claimed you were. Wow. A lot of temptation, divorce, separation, coercion, and it's all one-sided. They were celebrating stuff, right? Squeaky wheel gets the oil. I don't think so. A lot of manipulation. And again, karma. This is a co-worker doing what you do. Ulterior motives and agenda. I can't make this up. It's all about the income, right? This person's broken and they're in fear. Unfair advantage. People are giving this person the side eye here. Get rich quick schemes. It's all jealousy. It is what it is. Competition. Comparing and competition. They got caught red-handed and now they're in regret about your spiritual inheritance or a 3D inheritance. You saw right through them. They're childish and immature. Power hungry. I can't make this up. So I can go on and on about this particular person, but it could be more than one person describing everybody that I'm in this group. Okay, so just take what applies and only that. And if they get their noses out of joint because I'm describing them, sorry, not sorry. Stay out of my energy. Get the fuck up. What do you mean? I don't want anybody knowing what I'm like, huh? I'm going to tell them what you're like. Okay. I'm not scared. So we have 2 yin, red flags. Can't stand to see you shine. I'm a manipulator. This is nothing but clowns. Karmic clowns. Where are you going with this, please? Thank you. Yeah, wanting attention. That's what it is. They can't afford this anymore. And they're in debt. They can't balance this out. This is somebody that is not balanced, not in alignment. Where are we going with this? This is victory for you. Congratulations. For anybody that was taken advantage of like this, okay? Congratulations. The moon in reverse. The truth is out. Light's being shed on what they've done. They can't hide this. There's no more confusion about who's whom. Will the real Slim Shady stand up? They have to face their fears and their shadow. They have not dealt with it, okay? They're going to have to. They can't hide you any longer. They can't cover you up. Cover this up. Oh, this is bad news. Somebody has no creativity or inspiration. They feel entitled, though. There's a drama started. They need outside validation. Validate me, please. Validate me. They don't even know who they are. So they try to take on other people's personas. And they claim that's who they are. Give me a break. This is somebody that feels entitled, throwing rocks, hiding hands. It's bad news. This is a liar. Their world is upside down. They're going to be maybe taken offline. This is a humongous clapback. Take it for whatever that is. They kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to stop. Unfinished business. Might be losing online presence. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Greedy and selfish, very jealous, codependent, clingy, materialistic. This is corruption, having an image to uphold, a bully, a tyrant, very corrupt. What's in it for them? Spendthrift. Online. There we go. They're under investigation as well. They're watching you, spying on you, delayed communication. So we got curious here. Yeah. Blocked. Trying to block you online? You're standing your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. You have the advantage. Or this is somebody that was working with somebody at the platform or for the company, whatever you're on. They had an advantage here. Yeah, they don't see eye to eye now. Yeah, you don't trust this person or these people. They didn't want you to be trusted. There's a lot of disharmony going on right now. No emotions. Blocked emotions. They don't care about anybody, about their friends, their co-workers, nothing. Whoever this is, there's lack of trust. Yeah, this is somebody that's greedy and selfish, very jealous, codependent, clingy, that's for sure. But this is somebody that's underhanded. It's a liar. They're vindictive and vile and spiteful and bitter and angry. People are, this was an injustice. They were willing to do whatever it took to win. This is a liar. They kept doing something over and over again, didn't want to stop. They liked it. They liked what they were doing. They tried to unalive you. It didn't work. So maybe that's why they're extra nervous. They're hiding. They're hiding, cloaking. This is not victory here. This is embarrassing. They're exposed. Six of Wands is in the reverse now. Now they don't want the attention. Oh no, the truth is coming out. Don't pay attention to me now. Give me a break. Somebody's playing games. Two of Pentacles. We need that. I don't know. This is a profound ending or loss for whomever this is. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. Yeah, they were in their ego. They wanted to dominate. They wanted to be the best. Very lustful, maybe. This is somebody that's very forceful. Poor judgment here. They don't want to take accountability. They judged you harshly. They're going to be judged harshly here. There's no second chance. This is karma. That's going to hit them hard. They don't want to take accountability. Well, that's just too bad. They didn't want to wake up. They didn't want to heal. That's just too bad. Poor decision making. Yeah, parting ways with third parties, cults, covens, secret societies, or a third party or a friend group. Party's over. No more free. No more bums. Let's put it that way. No more freebies. No reconciling. They're not happy. There's a lot of egregious gossip. Something's taken off quick. They're not happy that you're taking off quick. Something's happening quickly here. Wish fulfillment is a group, a family, a community, bringing you extreme happiness. Growth and expansion, new beginnings, passionate opportunities. You have authority, creativity here. Truth, you've taken some action, or you're going to take some action, or somebody else is to expose this false person or these people. This is illumination. You're going to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Extreme happiness. You're a healer. This is the truth. This is source. This is God taking some sort of action, exposing them. This is illumination. This was corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Somebody's very distorted. It's all ego, all prideful, arrogance, and conceit, bending to public pressure. They have no authority, gave their authority away, or abused their authority. This is all about an image. A bully, a tyrant, slowing somebody down. They need to take accountability. This is your rite of passage. This is your birthright. Right? Something to do with a payment. We paid somebody to do something. Getting payments from something or someone. Yeah. It's parting away. It's grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. It's very disappointing. They need to take accountability. You're still going strong. Even though they try to slow you down, you're still going strong. People are seeing the truth. How dedicated and committed you are to your purpose. People are leaving this person. They're grieving and regretting. They wanted the fast life. They didn't care. They didn't care. It's all about what they can get from other... come on, Spirit. Sorry, my fault. It was all about what they can get from other people. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs, okay? The divine feminine energy. Your creator, male or female. This is unconditional love. You're very balanced, okay? Down to earth. You're a philanthropist, a humanitarian. Through your pain, you create new life, whether it's through children and or through artistry, whatever it is that you do. And you've been very patient. I heard that. And they didn't want anybody investing in you. It's the end of the line. They can't go any further. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles. And reverse, somebody needs to relocate. Yeah, they wanted to be seen as wish fulfillment. Good for them. Could be a fire sign. Just saw the Queen of Wands. They wanted to be they were impersonating you or something, okay? Yeah, a collaboration, contract, working your creations. Oh, this is a gold mine I just heard. So they tapped into your energy and other people's energies, creators, and they were making money, right? Off of your creations, your ideas. This is a third party. People that have ascended, okay? Somebody made a decision to expose this mini or these people. Truth and clarity. These people have not even touched their shadow side, not even healed. They're heartbroken. They've been exposed. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. 3-3, if that resonates. They don't have any gift of sight. They can't move forward. They didn't see this happening. All their plans falling apart. They're not prepared for this. They're losing everything they coveted. Everything that materialistically and as well as ego. They didn't see this coming. Yeah, they're worried. They can't eat or sleep. They can't. Yeah, they're in their feelings. Oh, no. The cup runneth over for you. They're feeling they're feeling kind of testy here, okay? Rejected, abandoned, bored and dissatisfied with life. They're moping and they're pouting, grieving and regretting. They're going to have to let go. People are seeing clearly what this person's all about. They're going to get let go. They have to let go. They're acting like a martyr now. Yeah, they're going to have to let something go. You're not taking on their burdens. Other people are not taking on their burdens. They're going to have to let this go. This is reckless, careless, foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They thought you were naive or gullible, or they were. No new beginnings for them. Yeah, they can't move on. They can't escape. They're in hot water. They're in trouble. They're trying to stop good people from moving forward. Yeah, Eight of Cups. They're going to cut their losses here. There's no coming back from this. Somebody has addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. They can't balance this out. No peace, harmony, or contentment. No conflict resolution. This is destruction. This was unfair and unbalanced. They were supporting themselves, giving to others, trying to look for ass or giving ass. Take it for whatever it is. They're very, they're blocked. They're blocking your support. They were blocking what was rightfully yours. Overcoming, persevering. You put up some boundaries. There's a lot of emotional wounding here. You're still growing. So no matter what they did, they could have gotten their lovers and their friends to come up against you, try to block you. No matter what they did, you're still growing. What's that tell you? What's that tell them? They're paranoid. They're very paranoid and they're very defensive because they're full of lies. Lying, cheating, and or stealing. Yeah, they're going towards poverty, lack, and loss, or you and others went without. Okay? Yeah, this is conscious awareness. Somebody's taking action. You are co-creating with the divine. So by stepping on your toes, they're actually stepping on the divine's toes. Action will be taken. This was a crime. This was abuse. This was reckless, and they endangered everybody else because they were gold diggers and clout chasers, opportunists. These are your blessings. And they were trying to hold you back from your blessings? Give me a break. Now they're hurting. They're hurting for money. They wanted a profit? Nah, this is a loss. They can't play games anymore. This is learning lessons. This is divination. They're very, yeah, this is learning lessons. You took a practical approach. You knew with time you'd get there. Congratulations. This is good financial planning. You maybe didn't spend so much. You held back as you saw what was going on, so you prepared. But this is going to be an illumination. This is an arrest. Somebody's getting arrested. This is fraud and theft. Yeah, yeah. This is not their work. They're going to jail. 8-8. It's karma. A lot of illusions, lies. Looking at what they have here, trying to cover this up. This is a warlock, corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They're going to lose their channel. Maybe a lot of people are involved in this. I don't know. This is a crime. This is somebody that has no faith. They're not of God. It's all been lies. A pack of lies. No truth, no clarity. It's wanting a life of luxury up your back. This is a financial crime. distorted, I just heard, is a tower. There's cops coming through. This is universally driven. This is victory. Devil energy. This is awareness. Devil energy. They have to take accountability and bring back balance. Somebody has addictions. They could have gotten pulled over drunk driving. That's for some of them. I don't know. This is, they're bound to this. This is a contract. Wow. They're bound to this. They're bound to the devil. They went too far. They're toxic and they're karmic. So everybody's going to know that they're toxic and karmic. You're still moving on. You're leaving them behind. They were willing to do whatever it took to win, to be a leader. Look at me, kiss my ass. Everybody fawn all over me. But everybody working with them are taking on losses. They're the last ones standing here. They think they're so smart. They're not. This is a defeat at the end of the day because it was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. So whoever was working with them, look at mea culpa. Putting up the, yeah. They're struggling. Whoever's working with them, or they are. It's all ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Whatever they gained was ill-gotten, and it's temporary. They can't hold on to it. Okay, it's a defeat at the end of the day. Yeah, you're innocent. You have a new beginning. They may want to apologize. Or they're acting as if they're innocent. They're trying to give off that impression. This is conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, and drama. A lot of rivalry here. A lot of people up in arms. They're not they're not being protected here. Okay? They're feeling ashamed of themselves. They're in their self-node. They have no divinity. No faith. People are losing faith in them. Wow. No spiritual protection either. It's fated. They were coming after your destiny. This is divine timing stepping in here. You're very fortunate. Congratulations. That wheel is spinning. This is not their wish fulfillment. You being on top of this wheel. Oh no, I want to be the best. Oh no. Give me a fucking break. This looks like a compass too. They have no... Yeah. They're stealing your work, your ideas, and your achievements. This is somebody that feels totally entitled. Maybe their mom and dad never said no to them while growing up. I don't know. They never had to answer, take responsibility for anything they've done or said. This is somebody's very combative. Law and order's coming in. Oh, they're so angry. Law and order stepping in. There's Archangel Michael. This is doing magic, illusions here. They're happiness haters. They're angry. Could be doing very promiscuous. I don't know. But this is somebody's a bully. They're not a creator. They destroy. They're angry now. They're having a snit fit. Good for them. They could be using smecks to get their way. Good for them. There's a couple at the helm here. Somebody's trying to maintain balance here. Like I'm giving good advice. Listen to me. But they're shitting bricks. Yeah. This is losing a home, losing their stability, their business. Party's over. No redemption. It is what it is. They're destabilized. They're very destabilized right now. They're unbalanced. They're going to be losing their home. They're shitting bricks. Somebody's pissed off. Look at this. This is not a leader. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They bit off more than they can chew. This could be a warlock. Pretending, or a witch or witches or wizards, trying to be a high priestess or a high priest, trying to be all that in a bag of chips, a healer, a spiritualist, or a reader. It's karmic. It's all one-sided. A lot of secrets here. Yeah, to steal a lot of money. Steal your spiritual inheritance or 3D inheritance or a large amount of money. They're going to lose everything. Yeah, this is a bit 10-10. It's a betrayal. The worst is over, though. Okay, this is a harsh and painful end for gold digger, clout chaser, very materialistic, greedy, and selfish, and codependent. And very jealous, okay? They don't know their value and their worth. They have no integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're at peace. You're at peace, or somebody's contemplating, praying, strategizing what they're going to do next. Somebody's been sitting on the truth for a long time. Yeah, they're watching you from afar. They went to the crossroads. Somebody's putting out some feelers, maybe. See how you feel or what you know. You're still moving forward. You're not waiting. Somebody's not waiting. You're still emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Using your intuition to move forward, and they were trying to hide and cloak you. Oh, wow. This is somebody that's not knowledgeable. Or they're still trying to give off the impression they're loving, kind, nurturing, sweet, and intuitive. But they're not. They're trying to hide and cloak this. They've never gone within and did the soul work, place it where it belongs. They don't have any higher wisdom here. This is a high priestess. coasting here. You're on your path. They're trying to get on your path. It's not theirs to take. You're very blessed, by the way. Congratulations. You knew it. This is a deep knowing. You don't say much, but you observe. You're very obedient. So when God says say something, you do. When he says don't, hold back, you do. You know, somebody's hurting now because the red flags are being seen here. Signs, cheating, deception. They can't stand to see you shine. That's their problem. They're a bunch of fucking clowns. Unexplained freak access. There's a whole bunch in this group. I just heard it was a group. It doesn't have to be. But a whole bunch of people are now getting harmed, hurt because of what they put out. Make sure you put out good, okay? I'm going to get back some good. There's a lot of manipulation going on here because somebody's holding a grudge. Take it for whatever it is. It's their problem, not yours. So, somebody's carrying a grudge. That's equivalent to walking around life, pardon me, carrying a big, huge cinder block chained to you and complaining about the weight. Why do I have to carry this thing around? Oh my God, it's so heavy. Let go of it. Let go of the fucking grudge. You don't have to carry it around. What the fuck are you doing? That's just slowing you down in life, right? But these people don't see it that way. Oh, I want revenge. Vengeance is his, saith the Lord. Why do you want to take revenge? Move on with your life. Why stagnate? I don't get it. But then again, you know, it is what it is. People are petty. They want to stay petty. So stay where you are then if you don't want to heal. Where are we going with this? If you want a better life, you don't want to have to worry about things, stay right where you are. Okay? And this is the outcome. Where are we going with this? Thank you. The Hermit. There's an investigation. Yabamiya. 77 is moving forward. Universally driven. It could be the police. It could also be radical acceptance. They need to take accountability. You're moving forward. This is Archangel Azrael, the Grim Reaper. Time is up for these people. They could have sent out some unalive spells just because they had their noses out of joint because you weren't going to, I don't know, do what they wanted. Take it for whatever it is. It's back where they are. Word of God creating all. So I told you, you are co-creating with God. And they were stepping on your toes, but really, what were they doing? Stepping on God's toes. Alchemy and transformation rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. You are divine feminine energy, male or female. You are a creator. And they tried to sacrifice you, hold you back, stagnate you. Give me a fucking break. 48 is 12, right? God, Father, the generous. These people are snakes trying to elevate in life. Give me a break without doing the work. Here, feed me. Oh yeah, you were feeding them all right. You were taking from you and others, right? So fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. Yep, they're coming after your wheel of fortune. They were hoping to get a higher level soulmate, whether it's male or female, I don't know. Our logic is skewed. Wheel of Fortune, Raphael. God has healed. Healing. Heals all disorders, protects travelers and medical workers. This could be you or somebody else. They need healing, in desperate need of healing. You could be a healer. Congratulations. They're going around saying they're a healer. Pish posh. What absurd lies. They are the devil. Samael, the severity of God. Now they're slinking off with a concave ass, pinched very, very tight because they're puckering right now. They know what's coming up their ass. Can't whoop ass. Seduction and downfall. Communicates with the dead. You shouldn't be doing that. Teaches the occult and magic. Told ya. He's getting a good kick in the pants. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Now they worry. They can't eat or sleep. They're very burdened. 15, devil energy yet again. Hariel. The comforting God. So they were trying to cloak themselves in other people's energies. They want you to be punished instead of them, right? God, comfort me. Help me, God. Help me, Archangel Michael. No, I don't think so. If you're doing shit like that, that's the worst thing you could do, right? What hubris. Purification, protection from the impious religious sentiments. They could be using the Bible to cast spells against you. Forked tongue, I just heard. So they're saying stuff, religious stuff, spiritual stuff, claiming they're speaking for God or the angels or something. Forked tongue. Yeah, it is what it is. Let them find out. I just got chills. Ugh. Ew. What else do you want me to use, Father? Okay, we'll get these out. Slinking away, looking over their shoulder. They notice I was here? Yeah. You were spotted. They can't bully you, or they can't blind you. You saw the signs. Other people are seeing the signs. People are not blind, okay? Meanings, repeated numbers, synchronicities. 11 is justice in tarot, by the way. They were trying to protest against you. I'll see how far that's going to go. Inadequacy, sue, and attention. You will be suing these people, maybe. They wanted attention. Okay. They have no self-love. They're teaching people how to love, but they have no self-love. They are not readers, spiritualists, or healers. They don't believe in fate. They can't handle the conflict that they started. Oh dear. Surprise! Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that. Surprise. Quel dommage. Oh no. They were protesting against you. Come and listen to me. Come and listen to me. Yeah, something to do with real estate. They bought a house or got a bigger home, cars, vacationed, just spent. They can't keep it up now. They could be feeling sick, going through an illness. Oh, pride's an illness, I'd say so. Very prideful, self-esteem, self-worth, ego. They're trying to make you sick, others sick. Took a huge gamble. It's right back where they are. Taking a risk, poker face, not showing feelings, rolling the dice. They're going to feel the extreme measure of the loss, spiritual or 3D or both. They're very distorted. If you see the picture is distorted, right? As long as they could use a lot of filters. I don't know how to do that, but I don't know if it's this platform or other platforms. They could be using a lot of filters. And it's not their actual way, how they look. They value materialism. See, they bow to materialism. Oh, this is robbery. It's theft. Somebody was coaching them, or they can claim they're a life coach. They're losing friendships here. Whatever. They think it's not forbidden, but it is forbidden what they've done. Okay. Something to do with a union. It's not their union. They're coming after divine beings to have unions with. They think that's their way in to climb the ladder, to get to the pearly gates, to get themselves out of hell. It's not a way, no. Bottled up, no. It's not only you. They don't have twin flames here, okay? They're not focused on only you. They're focused on everybody else, okay? Anybody that will give him $1, anybody that will give him attention, anybody that will give him some sort of clout, toot their horn for a while. It's all in their, fantasy. Yeah, fantasy. It's going, variety is the spice of life for this person. Fantasy and mind. It's all in their mind. These people or this person's playing games. Yeah, they're not the original creator of whatever work this is. They didn't plant these seeds. Now they're stuck. They're attached to this. They're trying to attach something to you and others. Binding. They're trying to bind themselves here. Obstruction and contract. Yeah, you're good. You're relaxed. You were ready all along. The angels are backing you here. They can't create accidents in your world. It's in their world. This is an online community. I can't make this up. Privacy, separate, online community. You keep your life private. Not secret, but private. Because of these very people, right? They're immature innocence and childhood. They're very immature. Something to do with children. Or, oh, gosh. Somebody could be online watching children. I don't know. Somebody's very immature. You're innocent. Other people that they were stealing from is innocent. Something to do with childhood. They're blaming their childhood. They haven't. Yeah, it's a trap. Yeah, they got a trap. Entrapment here. They walked into their own trap. They were wearing a mask. Different faces. Putting on different... taking from at least 6 people. Pretending to be 6 people. Yeah, this was an injustice. And they're found out. We committed a lot of crimes. Spiritual as well as 3D. Something's unbalanced here. trying to act like they're a sweetheart. Yeah, I don't think so. Or they were doing this to sweethearts. Okay, you could be very online. Yeah, now their backs against the wall in the corner. They're afraid here because something's frozen here. Their accounts are frozen. I just heard not speaking stonewall, not taking action. They're still trying to give off the impression that they are okay. It could be an apology, or they think that if they apologize to you, they'll be okay. There's no second chances here. No deja vu here. No repeated patterns. Happened in the past or history. No more repeated patterns. Right? They can't keep doing this. They got caught up. It is what it is. Yeah, they're coming after money. It was all about luck and money. Yeah, you were their muse, or you are a muse. Inspired by you, listening to music, emotional bond, and song lyrics. Somebody doesn't remember something, or they don't want you to remember something. Or they can't remember the work they put out. If this is your work, you know what you've done. What, you know, you have some memory. I know there's a lot of reads I put out I don't remember, but in essence, I do. You know what I'm saying? I know what are my words and what aren't. Yeah. They want people to forget. People that they were working with. Yeah, they can't attach anything to you. There's no escape. No more sweet dreams. No more sleeping. There is no eternal love, okay? They can't have a higher level soulmate connection. If they're dealing with the twin flame journey, they're misguiding people, okay? It is what it is. It's coming to a fucking end. Yeah, they have not ascended. I can't make this up. They were doing magic. That's how they got where they went. And there was an alliance with other people to do this. Or they married somebody. They're looking for a partner. They're daydreaming about having a higher level soulmate, a divine being as a partner. There's lots of evidence here against them. They can't unalive you. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. They were cursing you and others. There we go. The curse didn't take on you guys, right? It's right back where they are. Locked and loaded. Locked in, missing pieces, detached, locked away heart, can't move forward. They lost profession. This is not their calling. Doing witchcraft. Wow. Someone's hexing. There's a spell and negativity. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. This can go on and on forever. Anyways, congratulations to you guys. To these people, they didn't want to listen, so let them deal with it. It is what it is. I love you, and until next time, take care.